yeah, I spent time in the Air Force. I've lived in Japan. I've been in Turkey. I've been, and everybody watch podcasts know that I've done travels,
Yeah.
but I spent uh many years working my way up in the aerospace industry. And, I started off, I think out of the Air Force hourly. I finished my degree, took the chance to go up into management because I always looked and against the odds, everybody thought I was crazy
Yeah.
when I first say I'm gonna go and I'm gonna one day be in a senior leadership position or whatever and whatever. And I try to get people to study with me. It's funny how we all sit down, we didn't like the management that was over us. So at the time I was like, you know what? Let's all get together and let's study the Cisco. Because right then networking was on. I'm like, we can
Yeah.
all sit together, let's have a study session and let's do the Cisco thing as a group. And hell, we
Mhm.
can all, we hourly workers now, but if we get these skills, we can all walk the hell out of there. Of
Yep.
course, everybody wanted to talk and complain, but nobody want to sit down and do the work. And I'm like, with four, five of us, shit, we could break this thing down, take this into a PG, we could be tight.
Right.
And we can all launch our careers together, but with nobody hungry at the time, but me, I guess. And I saw better in my life. And I wasn't very real liked. So, and to get to the story, how I became, getting up to the point of why I am very great as a career coach, because I had, at one point, I got depressed. And the reason why I'm writing the book and all this that's coming out. And, I went through this era of, I got depressed and bitter. We're talking, 2007, because I had graduated college now. And so I've seen some of the other non-melanated people graduate college, and as soon as they graduate, they going like, hey, to the managers, I got my degree. Hey, you go apply for this. You go apply for this. Boom, they get these shots and these chances to advance their career. I come through, hey, I got my degree. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's good. And I got bitter. And I was like, well, damn, I'm thinking
Yep.
all I need to do is show this degree, and
Right.
I'm in there. Cause that's what, we told. Go get this. So what did I do? I was like, well, maybe if I get a master's, they can't deny me then. So I sat there, master's degree, nothing. And so I would apply, I would get shot down. But what I didn't know was I didn't know how to leverage and speak the experience that I had. I didn't know how to do a resume, put a resume together. And Well, and of course, I didn't have the backing that some of the others had, or the network at the time. So then the economy went bad. Everybody know, during 2007,
Yeah.
2008, the
Shit
economy
was ugly.
went bad. It got ugly. So things wasn't around. And then what I do, I go get a master's in accounting, because before then, there was a lot
Mhm.
of accounting jobs in the Atlanta area at that time.
Oh yeah.
But so I went to my career counselor one day. I mean, I got depressed. I mean, I went on for like 3, 4 years where I wouldn't even apply. And I just had given up, man. I just didn't want to do nothing. I just didn't
Damn.
really give a damn in life. I was just bitter and mad and on the victim type. And I hated every damn body pretty much. And then on top of that, some of our people can be the worst. They would make fun of me and shit like, man, don't you got a master's
Yeah.
degree? Yeah.
Just
Oh,
fucking with
damn,
you.
that's fucked up. You got a master's degree. You still hourly worker working on the line with us. I told you, that other kind wasn't gonna let you do nothing or whatever. And some of these people in the age range, some was my age, but some of these people were like older. I'm talking
Mhm.
50s, 60s, and 70s. And it really hurt my feelings that these 50, 60, and 70-year-olds would do me like this as a young brother,
Right.
and laugh at me and dog me out for trying to have a point of view. But I knew my stuff and I never gave up on the dream. So I had gotten an upgrade. So basically we were union. So with the promotions, the way that it worked there, but with union, you automatically get upgraded to certain positions. So I get
Right.
upgraded, and man, you talk about a racist area, man. I was in there. and they didn't like my ass at
At
all. It
all.
was like two of us at all.
God
It was like
damn,
two
bro.
of us. And it was like, oh, here we go with this bull or whatever.
Right.
So then uh, it's something about me and cruise. I went on a cruise, come back, and they found a way. Oh, we got to cut costs to get rid of me.
Yeah.
So
Fuckery.
they pretty much like, oh, they cut my position and at the shop. But because we were union
Yeah.
and I had so much seniority, instead of going on the street, I had to find me a position somewhere in the building or I could bump somebody out. The lowest seniority get bumped out. But so I came back, man, they were so loud and they wouldn't even tell me where I was going.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm my own now. So I just say, okay, you know what? I just showed up to work and sat on the bench. Like, okay, they're gonna pay me for it. I'm just gonna sit here every day
Yeah.
till they
Like
figure it out.
3 bands.
So finally, here it is. I think I'm a 14-year employee.
Mm-hmm.
They throw me on night shift. I got seniority on everybody. So they sent me over to what they thought was a hellhole. They're like, oh yeah, you going over there to that program. That program messed up. And it was supposed to be the worst, and it's a swing shift position. So I was
Right.
pissed. Everybody like, damn, they screwed you over, man. That's messed up how they did you. It's like I got all this seniority, but I'm sitting on second shift with people with less seniority over to me. But you know what? That was a blessing in the sky. That was the best thing that they could have done for me in my career and in my life. Because what happened, I got over there, they liked me. They loved me. They was like, dude, start time is like 3 or whatever, but I can work with you, man, and we can back your time up to 2:30 to 11:30, so you ain't got to stay as late, man. They
Oh,
gave
that's
me
fire.
everything I
Yeah.
asked on the day. And then I met this one brother that was at this time I was over there in quality. It was like a made up position and they taught me quality. And
Mm-hmm.
so it was there I got to work with the government when they came in. And he told me, hey man, you need to go get these certifications and you need to do this and you need to join this leadership association. It's a leadership association we got. You need to join this. And so I was like, okay. So I followed. He's like, we looking for people to be on the board. So man, I joined the board and that changed the trajectory of where I'm at now because here I am, I joined the board. So now I'm networking with like these different managers and directors and different people, and I'm doing these events. I got a poster. Now people when they walk in, they see my name on this billboard as one of
Yeah.
the officers. So now they got events and meetings, and so this is where the work come in and the dedication where I was working nights, getting off at like 11, 12 o'clock. But sometimes I was getting up at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, going into work for free on my own time to attend one of these leadership association meetings. So a lot of people thought I was already salary and they thought I was already work. They thought I worked day shift.
Yeah.
Because I mean, one of them was like, you an hourly worker, you a tech? I thought you were salary by the way you carry yourself. You always on everything, and you on time, and you on doing all this other stuff. I'm losing sleep, and I wasn't getting paid for that. All this extra time I'm putting in.
Right.
So I two significant things happened there out of this association. So we had a veterans event, and I was working the tickets, doing the veterans event. I'm just being me, having fun, personality, and everything. And I helped them set up the veterans event. No problem. So then we had a one of the finance directors do a Christmas party at her house. And while we sitting around the table, I'm drinking wine and I'm just thinking nothing. This is what I'm
Right.
saying. When you manifest things work in your favor, is what I'm letting everybody know. You just got to get in the process.
Yeah.
Let the process work for you. So while I'm sitting at the table, when the white lady's like, yo, don't you have a degree in accounting? Yeah, I do. But why you didn't join, our finance course that we got? Company finance program. Because I didn't know we had one.
Right.
Oh, we do so and so around that. I'll send you the email and get you on it. Seriously? Okay, cool. Monday morning, it's email and I got an email in my inbox. So now I get up, it was like a week program, week or 2 week program. They taught me like the ins out, how finances is reported throughout the company, even down to the CEO, whatever for finance. I got up on my own time every morning and went to that program for
Hell
that week.
yeah.
I wasn't getting paid for it. Got in there, made some great FaceTime, met some high ranking people. That gave me ammunition and stuff to understand how to put stuff on my resume and how the business worked. So now I'm flipping my resume up. Now I'm putting good stuff in there.
Hmm.
Now I'm getting called for these interviews. But unfortunately, it took me a year where went a year straight interviewing all over the company. A year and 3 months, I was averaging 2 interviews a month. No job hire, but 2 interviews a month. But what that taught me was I became great at resume writing. And then I figured out, oh, it's a skill in interviewing. So it got to the point where I could tell how the interview was going and whether they liked me or not doing the interview. I could study and see their psychology.
Yeah.
So I got great at doing interviews and panel interviews and how to do this and how to say this and how to structure this and how to do my resume. Because people are like, it's hard to get interviews. Hell, you knocking them out every 2 months. You averaging them. Yeah, and that became my career. Just I was a career
Just doing
interview.
interviews. Yeah.
But like I said, that one, I remember I got burnt out. And so I got a call to go to West Palm Beach in February. I did damn near all day interview there and didn't hear nothing back. Well, at first I did a phone interview and I remember I said something. She was like, mm. And it was a sister interviewing me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I guess I blew that when she didn't like me. But then to my surprise, I actually drove after the interview with her. I got off the phone and like the next day, so I drove all the way to Mississippi for an interview, and everybody got sick, and nobody interviewed me at the end. Nobody could do the end. They called me like 5 o'clock in the morning, like we sorry, ain't nobody available to interview. The whole damn plant sick. Probably was COVID before we knew it, and
Damn.
I had to drive back to Atlanta at that time. They were like, "Don't worry about it. The company paid for it and rented the car, so hey, you ain't lost nothing."
Right.
I drove back, and so I get back, and I'm a little disappointed. Open my email, and now I got reservations to fly out to West Palm Beach to do an interview.
Nice.
To fly out there, 8 hour interview, and I didn't hear nothing back for a for a while. So I remember at this point it's April coming. It's like the end of March, and I get called for another interview. So at this point, I am burnt out on interviews. So it's like I am tired because I'm working night shift. So I get up, I'm sleepy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of him playing with me and wasting my damn time. I really don't want to do this damn interview. I was like, but let me go ahead and do this damn interview. So I go in there and I'm just like, here we go, this shit.
Right.
This guy and this girl. But dude was like, hey man, I got these questions for you, but you know what? I already know you know this, so I ain't gonna even ask you this. He said, I've been watching you, man. He's like, you did that veterans event. And I was impressed by you ever since I watched you at that veterans event back in November. You've been on my
Damn.
radar since then.
Yeah.
Look, if it make you feel better, you the only internal candidate I'm interviewing.
Nice. You
He
plugged
told
in.
me, I'm hiring you for this position. So I I'm sitting there now, I'm feeling good. You know, my energy done shifted and changed now. So I'm like,
Right.
oh, I might actually have a job. So uh I get out of this interview, right? And I'm feeling good. So the guy that worked in HR, I go and I
Mhm.
start talking to him and I'm messing with him and I'm like,
Right.
dude, I didn't seen you so much. I'm in this office so damn much. Hell, I could probably do your job now. I should be part of the damn HR staff. But I said,
Right.
can you do me a favor though? I was like, I interviewed for this job in West Palm Beach, and I haven't heard anything in months. This was back in February, and now it's damn near April. So he said, "Oh, I can look that up for you." So he goes on his computer. He started looking. He's like, "Oh, they pushed the button to hire you. You should be getting an offer at some point from them."
Right.
So I'm like, "What?" So here I am now. I got the promise of one job, and I know I got this other job coming. So I'm happy now. And my birthday was coming up in a couple of weeks.
I know you just felt
So
like
man,
that damn man, boy. You felt
I'm
like
feeling
man,
good.
right?
Like, so it's like one of them family that's just like, yo, do I stay in Atlanta? Or it was the position in West Palm Beach was higher. So it's like, oh, do we go to Jupiter? Let's go to Florida it is. So, the company paid, they packed everything up, sold my house, and, it was off. It was a nervous risk and journey because, at this point, Atlanta was my second home. I'd lived there like 16 years.
Yeah,
So now I'm going into the abyss of the unknown at this point. And I ain't got the union behind me no more, because when I was in Atlanta, I was protected by the union. They would damn near have to, at this point, they would damn near have to shut the plant down to get rid of me because I came in the middle. So by
yeah,
now I would have been like the top
yeah.
seniority
Top
person,
game.
the
Yep.
last person to get out of there to go. So I gave up that risk and a pension to take the opportunity and the chances that I took, that I'm taking now or whatever. And it's been a good journey, So I say that you got to take risks, you got to follow a dream,